Hey, you, friends, family, and strangers. Welcome to the very last morning at this most expensive hotel room in town that I could find today. We're going to get out of here and check into the cheapest hotel room that I could find in this entire town. That's right, this right here is literally the most expensive place in town that I could find. We're about to check out. We have to stay occupied for a few hours, and then we can check back into a different hotel, the cheapest one that I could find in town. I did that on purpose because I wanted to see what's the difference, if any. So we can check out of here ASAP if we want, but we have to check out before 11 a.m. But we can't check into the other room until at least 2 p.m. So what are we going to do in the meantime? Well, here and look, we're going to go back to my old house and we're going to fill up my old van with more of my old crap. So please gather your things and let's do it.
You're a loser.
I put my squatty potty up against the bathroom door so I would not forget to take it with me. I thought about investing in one of those collapsible stools for traveling purposes. I think I should do that soon. And I noticed under my door, there is no checkout slip. A lot of hotels on your last night, in the middle of the night, will slip your receipt under your door as a way to say thank you. But I think more so it's a reminder to say, get out of our hotel. The most expensive hotel I could find in town, and they don't have a hot tub jacuzzi, but they do have tater tots that taste like rubber. I was gonna take a morning shower, but I'm not making out with your mother anytime soon, and I am fresh from last night, and I am going to get a new room here around 2 p.m. today, and I'm going to take a shower then. And since my shower bag is dry right now, I think I'll skip today's morning shower. Remember how your boy said he was going to get a CDL? I think that's still about 75% intended for this year. And if your boy was long haul trucking and just wanted to live in the truck and wanted to save even more money, I mean, I could pop into a hotel as little as once a week or something. You know, do dishes, do guest laundry, recuperate, all in one building. The hotel life is a good life for me, baby. I don't know if you watch the news, but out in California, Starbucks, you know, that black tar that you can buy for like 8 times the price as a regular cup of coffee that actually tastes good. Starbucks has just lost a lawsuit and they have to pay some guy 50 million, not 5 million, $50 million because he was picking up a delivery for somebody. Postmates. He was working Postmates, and the chick handed him 3 scalding hot teas, and one of those shitty little egg crate cup holders that I don't know why he wouldn't just have the long one with the handle. Here you go. Or just hand the shit to him and then hand him the fucking egg crate afterwards, which is what I used to do when I worked at Mickey D's. And as he was bringing it into his car like this, one was not secure on there, fell into his lap, burned his genitalia. It went to court because he sued him, and he won $50 million fucking dollars. Hey, you can burn my nuts all day long for $50 million. I'll put my fucking balls on the fire pit right now. Let's check out our view from the top floor. Don't fall. I don't believe this window opens at all. Doesn't seem like very safe in case of a fire. There's Boston's down there, which is a restaurant, I guess. The Panerio Breads. This car mover truck has been here for the entire time that I have. So, some of us stay a while. The Texas Roadhouse way over there. I haven't been to Texas Roadhouse in probably 180 years. There's more hotels off in the distance. Hampton Inn back there, way back there. And the Lonely Highway keeps rolling on. See the American flag in the distance? There's old Clifford down there. See him? Mickey D's, Advanced Auto Parts way over there. A little different perspective from way up here. These buildings back here are new, including the hotel I'm in right now. I'm pretty sure my checkout time was about 5 minutes ago, so let's get the fuck out of here. Look what I have found. A penny. They're not even in production anymore. I try to figure out what year it is. It looks extremely scratched. I don't know if it'd even be possible to see what year this is, but we'll try. Maybe it's an ancient one. It might be a fun collector's piece for the collection. If you ever need extra towels here, just come to the fitness center. Or if you ever want to look at your beautiful self in the mirror while on the elliptical or treadmill, there's not much in here. This thing, I can't really see. My glasses instantly started fogging completely over as I stepped in this room. So hopefully you're seeing what I want you to see. Not much to choose from in the town's most expensive hotel. This thing, I guess, is for doing those. And there's that thing, which seems like if he was out here using it, you'd kind of be in the way of this stuff. And then this, I never understood why people use the elliptical, because isn't it just like running in place, but there's no impact, right? So you only get like 30% of a workout basically from what I've understood it. But what you can do while you're using that machine is look upon the still water of a pool that I have in 3 days yet to see anyone use. Look, if you don't have a Stairmaster in your hotel, then you're not a hotel. You're just not a hotel. Doing one last final walkthrough of the hotel, boys, of this room. Nope, didn't leave nothing in that little micro closet except for my dignity. See ya. Always check everything extra. Make sure you didn't leave your SpongeBob pillow on the bed, even though you remember putting it in your suitcase. You've also put it in your suitcase many times in the past, so you may just be confabulating it with other experiences. You know what I'm saying? So always double, triple, quadrilaterally check. I check these drawers, even though I'm pretty sure I put nothing in them, because once in a while there's a sock or an adult toy, something that you've put in there that you forgot, that you didn't even take out yet. This stuff can stay right there. Good job. I have this last bag to take. Everything else is already in Clifford, the van. I have my dirty clothes here. And we'll take one last sweep of the bathroom. Everything's out here that's mine. My shower bag is out, I do believe. Yep. All right. And last but not least, leave your key right there in plain view. And then cycle the deadbolt so the door stays propped open, so housekeeping services know that you're gone. And that's how I check out. I don't ever go to the front desk and waste my time telling them that I'm leaving, because they already know I'm leaving, because it says it right on my reservation. It's about 36 degrees outside, which feels so good because I am burning up in my new hoodie. Well, I did text my realtor. It's been a few days since we've spoke. I like to give him time to collect his thoughts, because I have a new question every single day, about 10 of them every day. But anyways, I asked him about the title company who's going to be overseeing and doing the closings on both transactions, my old house and my new house. Apparently it's all set to happen at the same meeting. Didn't even know that was a thing, but I'm happy about it. But that's according to him. I haven't heard anything from them. I don't know what time it's supposed to be. I don't know if all the parties have agreed to be there, if all the parties are supposed to be there. Maybe they have everything already signed and it's just me who's going to be there. I don't know. But I took the day off work, if that's the day we're talking about, so I want to reconfirm with them. You hear all my crap in the back? That's why you should always wear your seatbelt back there, Bo. Speaking of this realtor guy, did he ever come to get my lawnmower? I doubt it, because he never texted me and told me that he got it. It's been over a week now, and every couple of days I get a message saying, sorry, I'll be there tomorrow. Oops, sorry, I'll be there tomorrow to get the lawnmower. Pretty sure that's not going to happen. Not at the rate we're going right now, which is fine. Just quit telling me one thing and doing another.
Medicare, do you have both Medicare Part A and B?
Is this a senior verification officer?
Yep.
Can I talk to a junior verification officer? They need more experience.
Garage.
Well, that sounds like an intelligent response. Oh, you're welcome there. How are you today? Huh, he must forgot how to have a conversation. I was going to tell him I'm here at my house. Well, my old house, you know what I mean. Old Gloria's back home again, but she's got to get her shit out of here. There's only about 2 weeks left to move out. Shit. Apparently it got a little windy here recently because there's a giant branch down in the front yard, and the branch doesn't look dead, it looks broke off, and my trash can is clear across the road. But now I'm wondering, onto a different thought, did my realtor ever come and take the zero turn like he said he was going to do? It's only been about a week. Let's see. Is the man capable of following through with something he says he's going to do? So far, that's a no.
Oh, would you look at that? It came a-crashing down. Oh. Oh. Look at that. It came a-crashing down hardcore. Oh.
It looks like it was transplanted here from another property, because I don't see where it could have fell from or how it could have landed like that. Maybe it landed crown first, and then from the crown, the bottom part fell that way. Head first, baby. Blonk. And how in the hell did this trash can, which was laying down in the yard, it was laying down like that in the yard, how did it go from laying down to catching enough wind to sail clear across the road like this? I wonder how these giant trees back here didn't have any branches falling down. One thing I've always dreaded living at this property is this tree and these two over here, when the day would come where I would have to hire a crew to bring them down to the ground, because eventually all that suspended lumber will fall as these trees get older and older and older. Look at these massive trees. They're so tall. And now, with giving up the house, I don't have to worry about it. My goal out here was I was going to get rid of everything except for the pine trees. This one, this one, this one, those three, that one little one, that little one. And I thought that would be good looking back here. Everything else can go away because they just grow out of control. A lot to deal with. Now, if I had some acreage out here and had a bunch of trees, I would love it, because you could drop them. Doesn't matter where they fall. You could bring out a portable gas-powered log splitter, and you could get some firewood on your trailer, bring it back to the house, and have a nice, hot, cozy winter. That's probably something more so that'll happen at the house out in Oregon after I buy it. I gotta go through here and map out in my brain my deadlines, like what room has to go by a certain date, etc. I can say though that this garage does look thinned out. When you see it for the first time in a couple of days compared to what you're used to, it looks pretty thinned out. Couldn't hardly tell when I was actually doing it the other night. Whew. But anyways, I got X amount of days. I'm going to go through the house and kind of check off on what day this room needs to be done, completely emptied out, etc. Stuff like this dog kennel is going to be donated to a friend who wants it, and stuff like that. I literally don't even have a piece of paper to write things down in my Access right now. It's in a box somewhere. So the old duder is going to have to add another pinball to the brain machine. Okay. I do have that crap up there I want to probably get. My shelving is pretty salvageable. Why not? Why not take it? Why not keep it? Who knows? Half of this crap is like, will I even screw with it in the future, or should I just leave it? When I bought this place, there was plenty of crap the previous owner just left behind, and I can see why. At the time, I didn't know why some asshole would do that, but now I get it tenfold, baby. Here is my definitely leaving this crap behind corner so far. I'm leaving the brick of mouse poison behind. I'm leaving these ugly shelf pieces behind and some of this random crap that I'm not going to screw with. And I'm going to donate some paint, but they'll probably just throw it all away. The guy who is buying this place is flipping it, from what I can tell. It sure does seem like that, because the moment he shook my hand, he said, "Can I get my subcontractors out here to take pictures to see what they need to do first to flip it?" So I'm pretty sure he's rolling in with a giant dumpster anyways, and starting to immediately, he'll be probably ripping stuff out. Bing, boom, pow, pop, boom. Replacing this, replacing that, replacing my dignity, replacing my stress with peace. This guy not only is going to make my house not suck anymore, he's taking the burden of my house away and hitting me with a fat fucking paycheck. All right, I got 10 days, including today being the first day. So I will do this garage today and tomorrow, day 1 and day 2. On day 3, I can do this room and this room. Day 4, I can do the kitchen, everything in the kitchen. Day 5, and I already know what you're thinking, so hang on. Day 5, I can do this front room and anything left in the utility room back there. That's day 5. On day 6, I will finish emptying out this media room completely. On day 7, I will focus on this little bathroom, which is probably good to go as it is, and this bedroom. That's day 7. On day 8, I will empty out this hallway and this big bathroom. What day am I on? 7 or 8? Okay, I guess. On day 9, this room. And on day 10, this room. And on the 11th day is the day of the closing, but I want to make sure the house is completely good to go. Now, I think because some rooms require so much less than others, I can get this knocked out a day or two probably ahead of schedule. Especially if I stop taking breaks to do that weird little thing called sleep that's sometimes required. Because with my job and with traveling out here to do this, dude, I'm pulling in 3.5, 4 hours of sleep at night, and it is getting tiring. I'm sorry, SpongeBob. I have to make the sad, tough decision to put you away for a while to make more room for clothes in my suitcase. That hurts my heart, boys. It really does. A miracle has occurred. I have been able to make some tough decision cuts and get my entire life into these 2 bags. You're seeing it right here. My clothes and a couple other things, like there is a portable travel Blu-ray player in there. There's a couple DVDs in here, just the new DVDs I bought that I want to watch before I put them into long-term storage, blah, blah, blah. And like everything else I need's in this bag. So basically this morning when I was coming out of the hotel, I was officially fed up with carrying out like 5 different bags, 2 big suitcases and 3 other junk bags of just random crap. So it'll be these 2, and I forgot my laptop and my briefcase that the laptop goes into. That'll be it. So I think I can manage that. I can walk with these as it rolls and carry my briefcase in the other hand. So making progress, 1 decision at a time, baby. All right, so I changed my attitude a little bit. I had to take about 40 minutes or so to run some video stuff on my laptop in the house, and I took time to organize my bags, which was needed. So that cut off about an hour from the 2 hours I had to do the last half of this garage. The other half should be tomorrow, according to the schedule I just made up. And I've decided to do the things I need to do, move as much as I can, And like I said, the other rooms shouldn't take the whole day that they have on the schedule. So I can come back into this type of room like this and get what I need. And, you know, let's say my closing's at noon and I have to pop in here at 5 in the morning and do the last bit of taking stuff out of the house. Hey, it'll be well worth it. So I'm going to try not to worry so much and just be out here every day and be active no matter how tired I am, and get some stuff done, see what happens. We'll see how it turns out. Yep. The train bridge is still too low for a semi-truck to go underneath. That's why there are flashing signs leading up to the bridge for the last mile. That's why they added a roundabout. And that's why your GPS will not take you down this road. Your GPS, meaning your truck driver company provided GPS. Quick idea. Just make sure you get yourself backed out of the way of my driveway within the next hour, because I got to get back to town to check into my new room. Wow, now he's going for it. What in the actual fuck is he going to try to do? Maybe he's going to try to turn around down there in that field. You know how many times I've seen trucks get stuck in that field? And that field is very wet right now. Wow, I feel sorry for people trying to get down the road, because he's going to really screw that up royally. Yikes. This trailer is about to get stuck in the mud. Hopefully I'm wrong, but for the video's sake, hopefully I'm not wrong. As a professional driver, you know, you went through your CDL license, the whole deal. Would this scenario make you nervous? I would be shitting bricks trying to avoid telling my boss if I had to do this. Oh, he might be pulling out of it, boys. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. Thank goodness. Womp, womp. Candy cane. Anybody out there know candy cane? Bye-bye, black sheep. As I was loading up all this plywood just now, I kept asking myself, why am I even keeping this? It's beat up. I could use fresh if I want to do a new project. Then I remembered, okay, now I'm glad I loaded it up. And, well, when we get to the new house in a couple weeks, you'll see exactly why I'm saying that. Let's just say these should be put down in certain rooms as bridges to walk across hot lava floor. Seems like a small drop in the bucket. Almost looks like a wasted trip. Tons of space still left, but I'm out of time. It's not a wasted trip though, because I'll have so much more time tomorrow. Because today I had to organize a bunch of stuff, and a lot of it is stuff like getting stuff off of shelves, cleaning, disassembling a lot of things, putting stuff into totes. So those are like full. So those take a lot of time to fill up. But putting them on the van will take 2 seconds. So it's like I kind of loaded up yesterday's load at the same time in one day. Does that make sense? You get it. You get me. And then it's like I got to get the crap leaving behind corner filled in. All this crap. Who needs it? Who needs it, eh? Blurry shot of a zoomed in road. Blurry shot of a zoomed in road. Guys, if you're new here, you might be wondering, guys, what's going on, guys? So I'm moving out of my place, if you didn't already notice. Packing my crap into a storage unit for now.
waiting on the closing of my property and the closing of the purchase of my new one. The closing being the transaction where the parties come together and sign everything. Once that happens, I'll have keys to my new place. However, it is a total dump that I can't wait to show you as we look at the house and the property and figure out just how much we want to stay there versus how much we want to go out van lifing and adventuring. I'm guessing an even blend of both. Probably more van life traveling than anything else. So I'd say about 25% homesteading, 75% van lifing, which lately I've been cheating on the van life and I've been staying at hotels for a few reasons. One, I have a lot going on right now. I'm not set up yet in my van to take on the van life challenge fully and completely. And hotel content is good content. For example, as you may have heard, this morning I checked out of the most expensive hotel I could find in the town I'm in. And in just about 2 minutes, I will be checking into, there goes my lunch. I'll be checking into the cheapest room in town that I could find. I thought I would just compare the difference to see if there's any difference at all. This is a motel. So I'm guessing no continental breakfast, no pool. Actually, I'm really not sure. I shouldn't say that yet. I hope I get a room up there so I can chillax on the balcony for 2 seconds in my free time, in my 2 seconds of free time that I get once in a while. I'm pretty sure this place I'm about to walk into used to market themselves as an extended stay place. And they were all booked. Last time I tried to come here, well, it was like 2 years ago. Not bad. You know what oh man, do you hear that noise? I can hear the sound of kids yelling from the other side of this door. I just hope that's actually locked. I can't even tell. But this is a kitchenette upgrade. This happened. She said my room wasn't ready, so she just upgraded me. So that doesn't really count, does it? I have failed you. I should have said, oh, I'll wait. But I literally couldn't have said that if I thought of it, because I didn't have time to wait. I have to get ready. But wow, a lot bigger fridge, bigger microwave, nicer microwave. There's a bathroom sink and a separate kitchen sink, which I haven't had in either one of the expensive rooms so far. And trust me, this upgrade is not an expensive upgrade. Like it would not have cost more than the last two places I was at. This is still the cheapest of the three that we've explored so far. However, it technically isn't the cheapest room I could find in order to compare it. So I'll come back and I'll shoot for the cheapest one they got. And I'll say, hey, I'm trying to make a cheap as shit hotel comparison video here. So don't upgrade me this time. But look, I can see why they used to call this an extended stay place. I think a bigger company bought it, and that's the deal. But anyways, whoa, here we are. That's creepy. There being like a door here and noise coming from the other side, but it is what it is. You got to have neighbors. And what else? I'm not sure how to react. The TV is very small, and this is so low. I was going to say there's really not a workspace, but there is, with a really creepy old looking chair. This bed feels
tiny. Like this is a full size, but it looks like a twin or something. Looks like a twin bed trying to be a full size one day when it grows up. The closet completely wide open, but hey, tons of space to hang clothes. You pretty much have everything you need. Like I feel like this is the exact style of full-time apartment someone gets when they're like over it, living off their retirement, and they don't have a lot of money. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. It probably sounds negative, but it's not. That's just the vibe this place gives me as far as how tiny it is. If it were a full-time living here permanently apartment type thing, but as a hotel room, motel room, I'd say it has everything we need. I'm sure we will discover fun stuff along the way. But I paid the cheapest I could find in town. This is probably like the second cheapest I could have found in town because I was upgraded for free. So here it is. Here's the comparison. Let's see what happens. There actually is breakfast here, continental breakfast. I'm pretty sure that exists only because the big chain hotel company took it over. And that is in the other building when you check in. And it runs from like, what'd she say, 7 to 9:30 or something. So if I'm ever up at that hour, I'll go try their breakfast. Oh yeah, I need to look at what this costs and do the math and tell you how sustainable this would be if you lived here full time. Speaking of that, you can tell this has a lot of extended stay vibes that it's still hanging on to from the past when this was owned by a different company. There's a little printout. I talked to the person to check in through the glass, and you slide under like you're at a Detroit gas station. And there's a little printout piece of paper on it that says, this property is for transient use only, and it has the law, the like Ohio Revised Code on it. Okay, then it says, however, guest rooms can be rented for extended periods of time. And then another piece of paper below that said, if you are extending your stay, you must do so, and you must pay prior to the checkout deadline. Interesting. I was already considering adding a couple more nights because it's going to come right around when I need to. It's going to be like, I'm going to need to cover the weekend and maybe like set up camp at the house from there. I don't know yet. I just don't know yet. We'll see. What else was I going to tell you? I don't know. Let me do the math real quick, and I'll get on that. And then I got to shower and get the f out of here for the night. Okay, I did the math. And even though this door doesn't fully close, it just doesn't. It latches down here, but it doesn't like seal. But it technically latches. Like you can't pull this open. And if you did, these tiny little screws, it would take you one kick to pop these out. But hey, you don't pay for security at a place like this. I did the math. And the reason I waited until now to do the math is because I wanted the full charge for the 3 days to be in place. That is tax and fees and anything hidden, any asterisks. Okay? And yes, I know that there is potential for charges after you check out and stuff, but I think that's like if you break something. I don't know. I've just never experienced it, so I can't tell you the science of that. But I know that can happen according to a few different circumstances. But anyways, after it's all said and done, if I were to live here full time, I could do so very comfortably on just my income. And I'm not talking about any money made from the sale of my home or anything like that. I'm talking about just in general. So I can totally a million times over see why long stay contractors or people in between houses, which is exactly what I am, or van lifers would stay here for 2 to 3 months. Like in the wintertime, my new place that I'm buying has no heat, has no water, has no electric. I'm telling you, I purchased a dump because I wanted to get out of my mortgage. And I know what you're going to say. Well, why don't you just pay your mortgage instead of living at a motel or living in a van? Because I don't want to. And I get everything included when I camp out at a hotel for 3 days. And I get everything I need included in the cheapest room in town I can find. So far, we'll see. There's that. There's also this. The bigger plan is to do a lot of traveling and vanning and converting my house and restoring my house and getting everything back up and working again. And I can do that now comfortably because I don't have a mortgage hanging over my head. But look, the winter time will come back around in 9 months. Do not be surprised if you see me right back here for a 3-month extended stay because this place is, I'm not going to say affordable as shit, but if you are a regular person like me, on a regular income like me, and you need a place to go in between houses, or while you're van lifing, or while you're in town for an extended amount of time, I can see completely why people come here. That's the only point I was trying to make. All right, I gotta get ready for work. It's time to take a poo. I have ditched the traditional squatty potty. Where's my zipper? And I have converted to a travel squatty potty right there in the front of the suitcase. It's very high though. I don't like that. Jeez, I'm gonna be really squatting. I hate the step up over tubs, and this has like a fitting over it because it's so much higher than it's supposed to be. So there's a gross tub underneath. I'm betting the world. But my bathroom looks kind of nice. You can definitely tell that chain company came in and bought the joint and revamped some stuff. This entire toilet moves. Is that how you pronounce it? Toilet. This entire toilet moves. Like, I hope it's at least sitting over the correct hole. This damn travel squatty ain't gonna work. Luckily, I have my OG original squatty potty in my van because I was just gonna use it as a way to step up into the van. But now I'm gonna use it as a way to step up and take a shit. Wow, I just took a cold shower. When you try to adjust the temp, there's only one knob and it comes out. And then it says adjust this way or that way for changing the, look, for changing the water, and it doesn't work. And then if you keep spinning it far enough out, it just spins and then comes off. And you can see where it screws back in, but all it does is pull out for water and pull in to close. And there's no way to, I played with it for a few minutes trying to figure out, there's no way to turn it hot or cold. It's just kind of like, it started out kind of like halfway room temp and then it just turned cold. But luckily by then I was like getting used to it slowly. So yeah, I'm awake now. That'll wake me up in the mornings. And you can see this is like a fitted bath over an old bath because through the knob you can see like the old bathtub behind it right through there. And it doesn't drain, so I was standing in my own filth the whole time. And most of the water comes out of the bottom, even when you pull the plunger to come up to the shower head. Yeah, most of it still just sprays right out the bottom, so okay. And I don't know if you can see, but this leans low with it, and you can see it coming off the wall right there. So hopefully when it does fall, it happens in the middle of the night and scares me out of a sound sleep. My kitchen looks very new and updated. Love it. However, I wish they would do that for the bathroom as well. There are spots all over the ceiling that have been repatched. It looks like someone came up in here and just opened gunfire onto the ceiling. Pow, 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 pow. Was this motel room involved in a drive-by? Or what did happen to cause all those spots? Jeez, I probably don't even want to know. All right, I gotta head to my storage unit. Something tells me I should take all my stuff with me. That door doesn't even close all the way. That door, I can't even tell if it's locked or not. So I'm actually gonna take everything with me except for like my shower bag that hangs in the shower because it's wet. So I'll risk that, and hopefully it's just being overly cautious on my part. Hopefully there's nothing to worry about, but now I don't have to wonder whether there's something to worry about or not. Absolutely genius. Just freaking genius. All right, enough screwing around. I gotta go to work. And just like that, you cousin humping son of a moose antler butt pirate, through the power of movie magic, it is dark out. It's not only it's not only dark out, but it's time for Jabwa to get back to the cheapest hotel, motel room I could possibly find in town. Crawl into that roach coach, sit on that rickety toilet that's not even attached to the floor, and let it rip. America, baby. As much as I hate this room, it feels good to be home. This room is warm, cozy, and I am just super tired. And I guess that's all it takes to make a crappy room feel like the greatest place to come home to when you're just beyond done with your tiring, sore day. You're just over it as over it can get. I don't think I have a thermostat anywhere. I want to make this room actually warmer. I don't even know if that's possible, but we'll see. I got to bring all my stuff in because I took it with me. Because I'm not sure about this place. This room is about as old and run down as it gets. It reminds me of when I stayed beachside up in Maine, in Old Orchard Beach, Maine. I stayed right on the water at this really old rundown mom and pop place that looks like it had been there for as long as the country's been here. And the floor plan made no sense because it was like wedged into other assortments that people could rent. But anyways, it was like, I don't know. So this makes me feel like I'm back on vacation, but that won't last long because I'll probably be asleep here within a 20-minute window. Almost every hotel room, motel room I've been in since the last forever has a wall unit like this under a window. And this one is not attached to a thermostat like almost all of them are today. I thought at first I was just looking at this. Then I noticed it says display. Watch what happens when I hit display. These things light up and I can adjust the heat. And it is definitely in heat mode, you know. Fancy, I'll have to admit. A lot nicer and straightforward and fancy than I thought this room. I didn't know this room had it in it. I also did not expect it to be so well lit at night. It is daylight out here in the middle of the night because of how lit. Every room has a bright porch light, and there's plenty of parking lot lights as well. So don't know. I guess I had this negative vibe, and I thought I'd be walking into a dark return from work, basically. I wonder what this door is for. I wonder if there's some stairs here. I was just wondering if there were stairs going up or something, because this says stairs right here. So that must have been, that door must have been how to get under these stairs. There's like a maintenance storage shed or something. It's kind of cool. Kinda cool. I gotta get my crap back out of the van. I have switched back to the original OG Squatty Potty. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I didn't know how much I would appreciate a motel when it comes to parking right outside your door, because I can make multiple trips. It's so much easier than trying to carry everything at once into a hotel than up the elevator. That way you don't have to make long multiple trips. It's easier to take really short trips with a couple items each. Yeah, I don't know. That's just way easier for me. In the world that I'm in, it just seems way easier. When it comes to my shower, you know how I was saying and showing you that there's really no way to get hot water out of it. I don't know if I'm going to say anything to them about it. I could switch rooms, but also what could happen is they could want to come look at it, and I'm not going to have time to deal with it on any level. So I'm highly considering just taking a cold shower for the next 2-3 days. But don't be shocked, okay? Because you're talking to a guy who showered out of a bucket for the last 4 years. So at least I'm in a room with heat. I can fall asleep in a warm room, and at least I can take a shower. You know what I'm saying? I love that I ended up being right here on the corner, because I have plenty of space to open the van door and get stuff out. I don't have to worry about hitting another car or anything. I don't have to walk sideways, wedged in between. Okay, now that I'm back in slowly unthawing in the heat, it's time to get to work. You know, I just go from one job to the next job, to the next job, to the next job. I have to get up early, just like yesterday. Just like today, I should say. And the day before, and the day before. And move some more crap. Has to be done. We are now in a time crunch. I got that day off work, the day that's allegedly supposed to be my closing date. Still need to confirm what's going on with the actual title company. I think I'm just going to look them up myself. My realtor still isn't really telling me anything else, and I feel like every time I ask him something, he just responds with half an answer, but kind of like not an answer. It's weird. On one hand, I appreciate the shit out of his precision work when it comes to making this happen, but as far as keeping me caught up with that work and with this deal, he's not really a nurturer, okay? And that's okay, but it does get frustrating, is all I'm saying. So when it comes to this title company, I need to ask them questions like, what if the other parties don't show up? Because so far, these people ain't been showing up to stuff. Is the deal still going to work out somehow where they sign beforehand? Someone at work told me today that when she closed on her house, she just went in and signed some stuff, and it was just her. And the other parties had already signed everything. I didn't even know that was possible. I thought there was some kind of law everybody has to be there. Probably not, but that's just what I thought maybe it was like. I bought a house before, and everyone was there. The seller was there, and their realtor, my realtor, I was there, and the mayor of Delaware, Ohio was there. So it's and my mortgage company representative was supposed to be there but could not make it, quote unquote. So I thought everyone had to be there. So anyways, and I want to know, like, how does the extra money that I'll make on my house after the purchase of this new property, how does that extra money end up in my hands? So my friend at work was saying, stop worrying. Don't you know everything is going to be fine? Easier said than done, my friend. Do I believe everything will be fine? The answer is yes. Do I want to understand it better leading up to that day, just in case I can spot something that needs to be fixed between now and then? Yes, and I'll feel so much better about it. So, do I think everything will work out? Yes, I do. But do I know that for the next 10 days leading up to that day, I'll be a miserable mess until I get some of these curiosities satisfied, some of these questions answered? Yes. So I'm going to move forward with my questions, and I think that's reasonable. I am selling this property and buying a new one. So I think I deserve the right to ask a few questions. But anyways, friends, family, strangers, thank you for spending your precious, unrenewable time with me today. Thank you for helping me pack up and leave the most expensive hotel room I could find in town and checking in to the cheapest one I could find. And really, except for the water thing, the shower being a cold shower only thing so far, this room for the price is much better than I thought it would be. And it's not as sketchy out here at night as I thought it would be. I foolishly made presumptions, and I should learn to just check it out before I even think of what to expect. So saying something is kind of bad, but even thinking it is also, it's not really good either, because both of those things happened before you even saw what you should expect. Hope that makes sense. I don't know. But anyway, I gotta go, friends. So thanks for doing that with me today. As far as tomorrow goes, like I said, I jump from job to job to job to job to job. Here's what's going on tomorrow. The same thing that happened today, in a lot of ways. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to try out the cheapest continental breakfast in town. I'm curious to see what the cheapest room in this whole town has to offer for continental breakfast. I am betting the farm that before this place got bought by a chain, by a big chain hotel, they didn't offer continental breakfast. And yeah, there's a few other things that, like, you can tell are updated because a chain came in and revamped the place and changed some stuff for the better so far, you know. But anyways, I'm going to get up early and trek out what the cheapest continental breakfast in town is like, because I'm curious and I'm fat and I want to eat when I wake up. And I need to score some milk, take my vitamins. But anyways, we have to hustle it back out to the house. Tomorrow is the day, according to my calendar, that garage should be completely cleaned out. It's going to suck, because I'm going to be running on 4 hours of sleep. And it's going to be dusty. I am deathly allergic to dust, and I am so over this cold, and you name it. And I'm so over this house. I'm so over wondering what the fuck is about to go down in 10 days at the closing. On one hand, I can't wait to get it all over with, but on the other hand, my new property is going to come with a mountain of challenges. Okay? It's a dump. There's no power right now. In some places, there's no floor. There is a power meter on the house, I believe, but there's a power line that runs down to the separate detached garage. I don't even know if that garage has locking doors on it. I just don't know. I don't know what the first step will be. The first step needs to be power in some capacity, but I don't know if I can turn power onto that house because I don't know if the house is even up to code as far as having power in it. Because I looked through it, and you'll look through it with me here in 10 days, or 8 days, how many ever it is now. And you'll see what I mean by some of the power spots where there could be like a light or whatever are just ripped out of the wall. So I don't know what we're dealing with. But I do know if it takes me a few days to get power turned on in some way. Because one of the things I'm worried about is perhaps that I won't be able to turn power onto the new house, which is fine, but I'll have to turn power onto the garage only, which will be fine, but that will require most likely installation of like a new power meter on the garage, and the garage being attached to the grid and not the actual house. But someone is going to have to come out, probably from the power company, and make sure the house is disconnected from the garage completely, and that an all-new connection is made from the grid to the garage only, and then plugged into the outlets and the wiring that's already just in the garage. And that little part at the end there might require a full-on a whole nother person, electrician or something. So I just don't know what we're dealing with. And rather than worry about it, I wish it would just get here so I can see what's going on. But at the same time, there is no pressure for any of that, because the place does not come with a mortgage. It doesn't come with a landlord. It's just easy peasy. When I take that portion of my funds and invest it into that property, I will. Zero timeline, zero pressure to do any of that in any kind of manner of time, because the idea, just like 6 years ago, was to start fresh with an empty spot of land, because I can afford an empty spot of land. It's the big house and the big mortgage that bent me over for 6 years, and I wish I'd have never done it. I called my realtor 6 years ago and asked for a wooded 2-acre plot of land. I was going to homestead on it. I was going to figure it out. I was going to rock it out. Well, they said, and you've heard me say this before probably, but if you're new, I'm saying it again. They told me, we can't do that because you have good credit, however, you have bad credit history. Therefore, you're going to need an asset on the property in case you go kadoink-doink on it. Well, I should have just stuck with my plan, but instead, foolishly, I went with their plan and got a house, which required a mortgage. And that house started to fall apart. Part of me is blown away that someone wants the house in its condition, with no functioning heat, no functioning water, no proper access to the crawl space. There's a hole in my utility room floor. The garage door doesn't work. And there's so much more. The lines in the back of the AC unit on the outside have been ripped up. And there's so much more that it would take me a long time to remember them all and write them all down and run through them. But there really is a lot more. But the house is on the market for 13 minutes. The guy made an offer and paid me earnest money, which I thought was just the chance to... Why is someone out there honking? Which I thought was just the chance to make the first offer. But it's actually earnest money, which gives him the right to put it in a contract, as in he made an offer before even seeing the place, I guess. The earnest money thing still confuses me. I want to print everything out when I get like a office set up and printer and electricity and everything and read over this stuff in more detail. I know that's kind of backwards. You're supposed to actually know what you're doing before you sign everything. I get that. But anyways, my house sold pretty much within 13 minutes of being on the market. And then when he did his walkthrough, he was fine with it. He's a house flipper and he doesn't care. But if you're just flipping the house, then don't you want the cheapest price you can get? I don't want to say he could have went cheaper and still would have got it, but he could have went cheaper and still would have got it. But I'm glad he didn't, because I need the money for stuff I want to do moving forward. But anyways, my new place has nothing so far. It has a really cool house on it. That's going to require a lot of TLC if I fix it up, if it's even plausible to do so. So basically there's 10 million options and they're all merging together at once, and my battery's about to die, so I'm going to go. But I hope you get my point. Tomorrow we're doing the same thing, except we're not switching rooms. We are moving more crap, and then I'm going to work and you're going to hang with me while we do it because, hey, why not? I make you laugh once in a while, right? Anyways, friends, family, strangers, thank you for spending some time with me today. If you want to help me out, do it. Share this video with some people you know, because that helps me out when the audience grows. And if you don't want to share this one because it blows dick for Skittles under the train bridge, then go find a video of mine, please, that doesn't suck, and share that one instead, friends. And if you want to contact me directly, then do it. Email me, dougalonation@gmail.com. That's dougalonation@gmail.com. And I will see you again. As always, my promise to you, 7 days a week, 11 days a month. Wait a minute. It's supposed to be like, it's supposed to say something funny about the hours. 7 days a week and 25 hours a day. Okay, I gotta go. But I'll be back again, as always, tomorrow morning, 7 days a week, 7 a.m. Eastern. And until I see you again tomorrow morning, don't be a douchebag, okay? Be nice. Love you. Gotta go. Bye.